Okay, so we can proceed to the next version of the question. Alright, so this particular question is coming from Mathematics 2024 paper 2, was written by the grade 12s, and it says, on a particular day at a school with 50 grade 12 learners, 33 collected biology textbooks, 24 collected mathematics textbooks, and 23 collected history textbooks from the school library. 13 learners collected both biology and mathematics textbooks, 16 collected both mathematics and history textbooks, 15 collected both biology and history textbooks, and 10 collected all three types of textbooks. So now, how do you answer this type of a question? Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you need to collect some pieces of information from the description of the question. Okay, so we start from right from the start. They're saying on a particular day at a school with what? 50 grade 12 learners. What does that tell you? The total number of learners at this school was what? 50. So you're going to indicate that total is equal to 50. This will guide you at the end once you come up with a Venn diagram, because what that tells you is that when you are done coming up with your Venn diagram and add everything, the value you should get is 50. Okay, so please pay attention to those pieces of information in the question. Okay, 50 grade 12 learners, 33 collected what? Biology, meaning the set for biology, the total is what? 33. Okay, 24 collected what? Mathematics, so meaning the set for math, the total is 24. When you add everything inside the set for math, the total you should get is 24 textbooks, and 23 collected history textbooks. History, the total for that particular set should be 23 when you add everything in that set from the school library. 13 collected both biology and mathematics, meaning biology and math should be what? 13. Okay, this 13 right here. 13 collected biology and math. Okay, and then what else? 16 collected math and history. So math and history, math and history, that is 16. Okay, 16 here collected both math and history. 15 collected what? Both biology and history. So biology and history is equal to 15. Okay, biology and history is equal to what? 15. And then they're saying 10 collected all three. So all three is equal to what? 10. At this point, you now need to come up with your Venn diagram. So how are you going to do that? You're going to go to your you're going to draw that. So for me, I'm going to do this. Let me go to my shapes. I'm sure you're not seeing what I'm doing. I'm looking for a rectangle, then I'll put it there. Then I need to plug in three sets here. We have mathematics, biology, and history. So I can get my first circle there and put it there. I think that's big enough. I can put it somewhere here. Okay, then I can copy and paste, then bring it right there, and then copy and paste again, then put it right here. Okay, somewhere here. Yeah, that looks okay. Let me extend this guy a little bit downwards like that, so that this guy, okay, these guys are linked. Okay, that's fine. All right, the reason why I've placed them like this, so whenever you have somewhere where it says all three okay, it simply means these sets, all of these sets are intersecting at one point, and this is where they are intersecting at one point. All three of those sets are intersecting right there. Okay, so let me see, can I make this sort of permanent, so that I can't erase these guys. Can I erase this? Okay, yes I can. Let me see if I can sort of make them permanent so that I will not be able to erase them as I do my thing. So let me say set as okay, that will work. Even that one, okay, can't do that for you. Okay, how about no, not everything, just this. Okay, this one, no, this guy here, come on. Okay, okay, I can't do what I was trying to do. Okay, so once we come up with those three sets, name them. So we have math, okay, we have biology and history. This one down here, that is a bad looking H. Okay, that's better. Then you can put your E here if you want. You can place it down here, it's up to you. Okay, then the most important thing now, plugging in the values into your various regions. You need to start with the center always, right? Always start with the center. So now, what values are we plugging in there? You go to your question, the values that the guys, why do I like guys? What are you doing? Learners, okay? The learners who took all three subjects belong in this region. Remember I was explaining to you what those regions mean, huh? Let me go over them again. Okay, this region is for those who took math only. This region for those who took biology only. This one, history only. This one, history and biology only. This one, history and math only. This one, math and biology only. Then this one, they took all three. So you start with the one right at the center. So those that took all three, that's where they belong. So that's why we're collecting those values from the question to make it easy for us to plug in the values. Okay. All right. So let me just clean up, and then we start plugging the values. So we know to say O3 it was 10, so you put your 10 there. Okay, you can, so I can underline here that I've captured those values, or I can just circle. Okay, all three I've circled. Then I go to these regions. Those are the next ones. You start expanding outwards. Okay, starting from the center outwards. So the last ones will be these regions. Okay, so now we go to this value here. What is it representing? Biology and history. Where is the intersection for biology and history? Biology is this set, history is this set. The entire intersection for biology and history is this one here. Okay, that one I'm shading. It's the same color, so no wonder I'm shading it several times so that you can see the region. That is the region for biology and history only. So we've been told to say the total should be what? 15. But we already have a 10 here. Okay, the total means when you add what you have there and what should be there, the total you should get is what? 15. But you already have a 10 at the center, so you're going to subtract that 10 from that 15. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to say 15 minus 10. That will give us a 5. So that when you add this and this, representing the region for biology and history, you should get a 15. That is how come you need to start right at the center, because you need to keep on subtracting the value at the center from the other intersections. Okay, you go to the next one. So we are done with this one. This one is for math and history. Math is here, history is here. So meaning this region here plus this region, when you add everything, what should you get? 16. But you already have a 10 at the center, so you're going to say 16 minus 10, giving you a 6 there. Okay, you are done with that one. You go to the next one, which is this one, biology and math. Math is there, biology is here. So that region and that region, that is biology and math. When you add everything there, what are you supposed to get? 13. Already you have a 10 at the center, so you simply say 13 minus 10, giving you a 3 there. Okay, you are now done with those regions. Once you are done with those regions, you now go to the outer regions. So now here we're told to say, so I can circle this, history, the set for history should be 23. So you go to the set for history, which is this one here. That's the set for history. The total should be what? 23. So what are you going to do? You're going to add everything you have currently, and then you subtract from 23 to find the value to put here, because the total should be 23. So already you have values there. So you need to add these values that you already have, and then subtract from 23 to find the value you're supposed to put in this region. Okay, so we're going to say 10 plus 5, that is 15. 10 plus 5, that is 15, plus 6, that is 21. The total should be 23. You can see here 23. So meaning here we're going to have a 2. So that when you add everything, you're going to get 23 for the set of history. Because 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 6, that is going to give you 21. 21 plus a 2 down there to give you 23. Okay, you are done. You go to the next region, which is math. How am I going to find the value to put in this region? I simply check what is the total for the math set. It is 24. Okay, so what do? I add everything already in that set and then subtract from 24 to give me the value I'm looking for. So I'm going to say 6 plus 10 is 16, plus 3 is 19. Then I take away from the total for the set, which is 24. So 24 minus 19 will give me a 5. So I put the 5 there. Okay, and you are done. You go to the next one, biology. What is the total for biology? I can circle these two as well. The total for the set of biology is 33. So I'll check how many values do I have currently sitting in that region. So we have this, that one, and that one already. So we're going to add those values and take away the sum from 33. So 10 plus 5 is 15, plus 3, that is 18. So we're going to say 33 minus 18. 33 minus 18, that gives me 15. So the 15 comes right there. Okay, so now at this point we can confirm for each region. Okay, the total for, so at this point let me erase these guys here so that we can have some clean space to work with. Okay, before I finish, I'm not done. I need to confirm first. Is what I've done correct? Okay, so we are told the total for what? Biology is 33. I'll go to the set for biology and add everything here and see if I'm getting 33. So there I'm going to say 10 plus 15, that is 25, plus 5, that is 30, plus 3 there will give me 33. Okay, I know that that set is correct. All the values in that set are rightly placed. Then I go to the set for, so I can check mark this one. I go to math. Math, the total should be 24. I'll add everything in math. So I'll say 5 plus 10, that is 15. 15 plus 6, that is 21. 21 plus 3, that gives me 24. What was I supposed to get? 24, meaning I'm correct. Okay, I know all the values in math are correctly placed. Then I'll go to the last set, which is history. What is the total for history? The total is 23. Let me add everything and see if I'm getting a 23. So I'll say 10 plus 6, that is 16. 16 plus 5, that is 21. 21 plus 2, that is 23. That is the same value I was supposed to get, so I'm correct. Now, am I done? No, I need to confirm something. In the question they said, on a particular day at a school with what? 50 learners. So you need to confirm, when you add everything here, are you getting a 50? Alright? So you are going to get wrong values if you're just going to say, okay, biology is 33 plus 24 plus that will give me the total number of learners. That will give you wrong values. You need to now add the values in the sets, all of them. So you're going to say 5 plus 3 plus 10 plus 6 plus 2 plus 5 plus 15. If you get exactly 50, then it means you are done. If you get less than 50, meaning the remainder from the total goes outside the sets. If you get more than 50, you are wrong somewhere. Right, I'll say that again. If you get exactly 50 when you add everything in the sets, that means you are done. And you shouldn't expect the examiner to ask you to say how many learners didn't take any of the subjects, because obviously no learners are going to sit outside the sets. But if you get a value less than 50, then what you are going to do is you subtract the value you find from 50 to find the number of learners to place outside the sets. So there's this question here: how many learners collected? None. So meaning there are some values that there is a value that is supposed to sit outside of the sets. So now let us add to find out what this is giving us. So we're going to say 5 plus 3 plus 10 plus 6. I'm in mathematics. 5 plus 3 plus 10 plus 6. I'm done with mathematics. Then I go to biology, 15 and 5 there, plus 15 plus 5 plus the 2 there in history. That gives me 46 learners. But the total said 50 learners at this school. So meaning the remainder to make it 50 goes out here. Such that when you add now everything inside the Venn diagram, what are you getting? 50. Inside these sets, you have 46. Plus these 4 outside here, you have 50 in total. So that is how come the 4 here becomes your answer for this question. 4 what? Learners. You're dealing with learners, huh? Yeah, 4 learners. That's your answer there. As simple as that. These guys that are outside here, they didn't take any of these subjects. Maybe they took computer studies, agriculture, geometric mechanical drawing, GMD, or other subjects. Okay, next one. How many learners collected? Okay, it was actually collecting one type of textbook only. So only which regions are those? We have the 3 there, we have the 6 there, and the 5. Those regions represent those who took what? One type. One type. That is wrong. Those regions I'm from shading or circling are representing those who took 2 types. So one type, the question says one type of textbook only, meaning it's this value there, that one and that one. So I'm just going to say 5 plus 15 plus 2. Okay, 5 plus 15 is 20 plus 2, that's 22 learners. And you are done. Last one, 2 types of textbooks only. Now this is the answer I wanted to get. So 3, 6 and 5. So 3 plus 6 plus 5. That gives you 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 3, 14 learners. And you are done. Do we have any questions? We are done with this question. Is there anyone who is not clear? Are we all clear? Are we getting somewhere? Okay. Okay, great. It's good that people are understanding. Let us go to another question which is very similar to what we are looking at. This was 2024 paper 2. We now go to 2023 paper 2. This one was written by grade 12s. Same scenario again. A survey carried out in a certain district showed that out of 215 teachers, what does that tell you? The total for the Venn diagram, when you add everything, you should get a 215. Okay, out of what? Out of 215 teachers. Right, so you take note, the total is what? 215. Let me just clear. Oops, let me make these guys permanent. Let me just create some space. So let me do this. Okay, we can then scroll down like so. And then we can do this. Make this guy permanent as well, and this one. Okay, All right, so they are saying a certain survey, a survey carried out in a certain district showed that out of 215 teachers, so the total was 215. Okay, very important value. 170 taught what? Mathematics. At this point, we can even start collecting. So math is equal to 170. 100 taught additional mathematics. So 100 ADMA. So I'm going to say ADMA. Oops. AM, additional mathematics, is 100. Okay, 41 taught computer studies. So CS is equal to 41. Right. 65 taught math and additional mathematics. So math and additional math, 65, right? Yes, this value here, 65. And then 30 taught ADMA and computer studies, 30. Okay, so I'm going to say additional mathematics and computer studies, they were 30. 26 taught computer studies and math. So math and computer studies, they were 26. And 21 taught all three subjects. So all three, we're going to have 21. We're done collecting the information. We can now go ahead and plug in our Venn diagram. So we're going to start by plugging in the, let me start with the shapes for now. So we have this shape right there. Let me copy paste and move it somewhere here. Copy paste. And why have I done this? Because there's a section where it says all three subjects. That's why there's all the sets are overlapping. There's a common intersection. Then I can draw my Venn diagram, my rectangle there. Okay, 2 to the right, that is okay. Yeah, then I can move it a bit upwards somewhere here. Okay, then I can plug in my values now. So this is the universal set. This is what subjects do we have? We have math, we have additional math, and we also have computer studies. Okay, remember the goal is to start from right at the center. So this 21 for all the subjects. They taught all the subjects. These were veterans. Okay, we put them in the center there, and then we go to the next region. So we can check mark that one. This one is for math and computer studies. It is supposed to be 26. Math and computer studies, this is a set for math, this is a set for computer studies. Therefore this region is one for math and computer studies. The total should be 26. As you can see up here, it should be 26, but we already have a 21. So we're going to say 26 minus 21, giving us a 5 there. We are done. Okay, we now proceed to this value here. What is it representing? Additional mathematics and computer studies. This is additional mathematics, that's computer studies, so it is this region. Okay, they are saying it is supposed to be 30. So we already have 21 there, so we say 30 minus 21, giving us a 9 there. We are done there. Then we have math and additional mathematics. The total should be 65. Okay, this is math, this is additional mathematics. The total here should be 65. So I'm going to say 65 minus 21. What do we get? 65 minus 21. That gives me 44. So I have my value there. Okay, then I proceed to the outer regions. We need to find out those that took computer studies. The total they are saying is 41. So we go to the set for computer studies and we add everything already existing. Then we subtract from the total, which is 41, to find the region to place in the, to find the value to place in that region. So we're going to say 21 plus 9 plus 5. Okay, these values here, like that. These are the ones that are already existing in the set for computer studies. When you add those, we're going to get 21 plus 9, that is 30 plus 5, 35. The total should be what? 41. So we're going to say 41 minus 35. What do we get? We get 6. So meaning your 6, you place it there, so that when you add everything in that set, you get 41. Right, we now proceed to additional mathematics. The total should be 100. So we're going to say 44 plus 21 plus 9. What do you get? Then you subtract from 100 to find the value to put outside, in the outside region. So we're going to say 44 plus 21 plus 9. So 21 plus 9 is 30 plus 44, that is 77, minus 100, that should be 23. Okay, so here we have 23. And then finally, mathematics, we have 170. So when you add everything here, what you should get is 170. So we add what we currently have. We have 44 plus 21 plus 5. So 44 plus 21 plus 5, what does that give us? 70. And then 70 minus 170, that should give us 100 in that region. Okay, at this point we now need to confirm, have we placed these values correctly? How do we confirm? We need to add everything. Okay, we have been given the total should be 215. Let us add and see if we're going to get 215. Oh no, before we start testing that, let us now test per set. Okay, let me clear these guys right here, so that we can just remain with few values to test. Just now test per set. Okay, is 100. Let's start with math. The total should be 170. Let us add everything in math. When you add everything here, are you getting 170? Let us test. So I'm going to say 100 plus 44 plus 21 plus 5. 100 plus 44 plus 21 plus 5. That gives me 170, not 100. I was saying 100 and data was underlying 170. So when you add everything there, you're getting 170. That tells you to say the set for math, Peter, it's the correct value. We now go to additional math, which is supposed to be 100. So when you add everything, okay, not including this guy, when you add everything there, you're supposed to get 100. Let's confirm. So I'm going to say 21 plus 9 plus 44 plus 23, 29, what did I say? 21 plus 9 plus 44 plus 23. Let me check again. That's 44 plus 21 plus 9 plus 23. What does that give me? That is giving me 97, meaning there's a value I have placed wrongly in this set. Okay, so let us confirm something here. Let us check these regions. Now I'm just from deleting. Okay, let me try to confirm. We've confirmed that the set for math is correct. So let us just confirm something on the set for just a moment. Okay, oops, I'll bypass the point I was looking for. Okay, that's the information I wanted. So I want to confirm that the values here are correctly placed. So we're told the set for additional mathematics should be what? 20. First, let's start with this region here. Let's confirm, is this one correct? What region is this one? This one is for computer science and additional mathematics. What is supposed to be the total for that region? We look for it. Additional mathematics is there and computer studies. The total should be 30. So we already have 21 at the center plus 9, that gives us 30. So we know to say the 9 is correctly placed. So meaning it's this guy who is a culprit, because if we have confirmed that this one is correct, meaning this 44 here is also correct. All right, if it was wrong, we would have found the wrong value for math as well. So now let us double check this guy here. The 23. So the set for additional mathematics should give us 100. So let us add everything here, and then we take away from 100 the sum to find the value the correct value to place here. So I'm going to say 44 plus 21 plus 9, that gives me 74, minus 100, that gives me 26. So I was supposed to put a 26 here and not a 23. At this point now, let us test. Let us add everything again. Or what are we going to get? So I'm going to say 44 plus 21 plus 9 plus 26. Okay, now that gives me 100. So at this point I know to say all the values inside the set for additional mathematics are correctly placed. All right, let us now come to computer studies. Let us add everything in that region. What do we get? Okay, so I'm going to say 5 plus 6 plus 21 plus 9, that gives me 41. Then I check what was in the question. The set for computer studies should indeed give me 41. So I know to say all the values now are correctly placed. Since I have confirmed that all the values are correctly placed, what I now need to confirm is, are there going to be any values that are going to sit outside of these sets? How am I going to figure that out? Excuse me. I was told to say the total. Okay, I can now erase these guys. The total for the Venn diagram is 215. So let us add everything and see if we are going to get 215. If we get less than 215, we subtract from 215. If we get more than 215, it means we are wrong. Okay, so let us add everything in the sets and see what we find. So we're going to say 100. We start with math. 100 plus 44 plus 21 plus 5. 100 plus 44 plus 21 plus 5. We're done with math. I go to additional mathematics. There's 26 and 9 there, plus 26 plus 9 plus 6. I confirm whether I've punched the correct values. So starting with math, 100 plus 44 plus 21 plus 5 plus 26 plus 9 plus 26 plus 9 plus 6, that gives me 211. So meaning the total inside the sets is 211, but the total for the entire Venn diagram is supposed to be 215, meaning the 4 guys are outside these 3 sets. No wonder if you check your question, you're going to find this one. How many taught none of the subjects? Meaning it is these guys here. Okay, so they can't give you a question asking you to say how many took none when there is no value to give them. So here your answer is just for 4 teachers, since you're dealing with teachers. These guys didn't teach any of the 3, and you are done. Then we come to this one again. How many took additional mathematics or computer studies but not mathematics? This one is the same as the previous question we have been we dealt with. How many took this and this but not? So here they are just using or to confuse us, but it's the same thing. These people, they are looking for took additional mathematics and computer studies only. All right, so you're just going to go to that region for those guys that took additional mathematics and those that taught. We're dealing with teachers. Those that taught additional mathematics and computer studies. Where are those teachers? Additional mathematics is this one, computer studies is this one. So those that taught these subjects only are only 9. So I'm just going to say 9 teachers as your answer. Okay, and then you come to the last one. How many took 2 subjects? Taught 2 subjects only. 2 subjects only. Which regions are those? Well, this one, 44, 5, and the 9. So you add all those. The answer you find, those are the teachers that taught 2 subjects only. So I'm going to say, can you erase that for the sake of creating space? So I'm going to say 44, that region there, plus 5, that region there and plus 9, this region here. What do I get? 44 plus 5 plus 9. 44 plus 5 plus 9, that gives me 58. So you say 58 teachers. And you are done. Do we have any questions? We're done with this question. We proceed to the final example on this one. Is it clear so far? Okay, that's great. We proceed to the last example. Okay, how are we doing with time? Okay, time is running out. So the last one, people are already good so far, I believe. So allow me to cruise on the last one so that we can still create time for the remaining topics. We don't want to sleep whilst having arrears tonight. We need to finish these subjects. So let me quickly run through the last one. So in the last one, it's saying in a particular locality 25 people like walking. So here they've not given us a total, so that's how come you are going to find this question. How many people are in this locality? Because they have not given you the total in the question. All right, so they are saying in a particular locality 25 people like walking. So you are going to say walking is equal to 25. The set for walking is 25. 22 like running, so running 22, the runners. 15 people like cycling, okay, so cycling were 15. And during their morning routine exercises, 11 people like both walking and running, okay, walking and running, you have 11 people, okay. And then 9 like both running and cycling and running, 9, running and cycling, you see, we have 9. And then 7 people like both walking and cycling, so walking and cycling, that is 7, okay, 7 people here. 3 people like all 3, okay, 3 people like all 3, so all 3, all 3. 7 people do not like, these are the guys that are outside the Venn diagram, okay. None, let's put this as none, that is 7. They liked none of these activities, okay, maybe they liked swimming or something else, or they didn't like exercising at all. Okay, now we come up with our Venn diagram. So I'm going to get my shapes. So we have our, oops, let me just plug in my circle. That's big enough. Copy paste. Okay, there's an intersection for all 3 sets. Part of me keeps telling me that they'll bring you a question like this one and it will not have a common intersection for all the sets. If that one comes, I'll change my name to Professor Kunda, because I would have prophesied and I'll have this session as evidence. Because you know, these questions are very common. There's always a question with a common intersection here. I hope you are seeing the one I'm referring to. I've never seen a question where you have sets that look like something like this. Okay, let's say you have 2 sets, and then maybe you have or you have something like this. You have 1, 2, and what am I trying to do? let's say you just have something different, something like maybe like this, and then maybe something like this, meaning there's no common intersection for all these three sets, and you have the Venn diagram there. Okay, part of me tells me they might bring something like that, but anyway, if they do, that means it's now time for you people to think more. All right, they want to change the pattern, so we start plugging in the values. So here we can even start with these guys, but no Punjab, they didn't like any of these listed. Okay, then 3 at the center there. All right, we're done with these two. Walking and cycling, the total is 7. Walking and cycling. Okay, let's name the sets: walking, cycling, and running. So we're saying walking and cycling, walking and cycling. Walking is that one, cycling is that one. The total should be what? 7. So we already have 3 at the center, so we are going to say 7 minus 3, that gives us a 4. Okay, running and cycling, the total should be 9. Running is here, cycling is here, the total should be 9. We already have a 3 at the center, so 9 minus 3 will give us a 6 to put there. Okay, and then we go to, we're done with 9. Walking and running, the total should be 11. Walking is here, running is here, the total should be 11. We already have a 3, so meaning we're going to have what here? Is that 8? 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 8 there. Okay, so that when you add here, you get an 11. What else? The outer parts. What are the outer parts telling us? Cycling, the set for cycling should be 15. What do you have so far? We have 4, 3, and 6. When you add those, what are you getting? 13, right? 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 3, that is 13. The total should be 15, so meaning you have a 2 here. Walking, okay, let's go to running first. Running, the total should be 22. So far, what do we have? We have 8, 4, and 3. So 8 plus 6, that is 14. 14 plus 3, 17. 17 minus 22, that should be 5. Let me just confirm. 17 minus 22. 5, yes, correct. Okay, we now proceed to the last one, which is walking. The total should be 25. What do we have so far? We have 4, 3, and 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 3, 15. 15 minus 25, 10. Okay, of course that's going to give us negative something, but we are rounding it off to a positive. Okay, all right, we can now confirm the sets. What is the total for cycling? The total for cycling should be 15. Let us add everything in cycling. Okay, so we're going to say 4 plus 6, that is 10. 10 plus 3, 13, plus 2, 15. We've confirmed that that set is correct, because cycling is supposed to be 15 there. We proceed to running. Running, what do you have? We have 22 there. Let us add. Okay, 8 plus 6, 14, plus 3, 17, plus 5, 22. Correct. All right, so I usually add numbers that are easy for me. I start with those numbers when I'm not using a calculator. Then walking is 25. Okay, so we add everything. So I'm going to say 10 plus 8, that is 18. 18 plus 3, that is 21, plus 4, 25. Correct. Okay, then those that didn't like any were told they are 7, the ones sitting outside. So at this point we are ready to answer that question, where they're saying how many were at this school. Let me just connect my laptop to the power source before it goes off on us. So where is that one? How many were done with the Venn diagram? Where is my cursor? I can't see my cursor. Okay, so we're done with this one. How many people are in this locality? So we add everything. Don't add these numbers up here for the individual sets. You need to add all the values inside the Venn diagram. That will give you the total number of people who are in this locality. Okay, so we're going to start with the set for walking. So we're going to say 10 plus 4 plus 8 plus 3. Okay, we're done with walking. We go to the values remaining in cycling. Plus 2 plus 6 plus the 5 in running, and then plus 7 outside there. We add everything. I think I've selected the thicker something. Is it? Okay, not really. It becomes too small, people won't be able to see. Let me make it a bit bigger. Okay, now let's add. What do we get there? We're going to say 10 plus 4 plus 8 plus 3 plus 2 plus 6 plus 5 plus 7. 10 plus 8 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 2 plus 5 plus 7. Let me try again. I think I didn't punch the values properly. 10 plus 8 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 6 plus 5 plus 7. Okay, that gives me 45. So we have 45 people in this locality. People with an A. Okay, the cursor seems too thick for me now. Don't know what's happening. Oh, a tip has broken off. Okay. Okay. Let me try again. Let's see if it's going to change. Okay. Still thick. I don't know why it's this thick now. Okay. So for 5 people, how many like walking only? Walking only is just this one. 10 people. Okay. Like 2 different activities only. 2 different activities only. We have the 4 there, 8 and 6. So 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 8, that is 18 people, and you are done. Do you have any questions? We are done with set notation. We now need to proceed to quadratic equations. Any questions on set notation? We are done. You are ready for the exam. Okay? Any questions? Okay, so the time is 22:37. I'll just give you 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we start looking at quadratic equations. Quadratic equations, we just look at 2 questions instead of 3, so that we can save the remaining time for flowchart. Okay, so that is that. Quadratic equations are very simple, so just 2 examples are going to be enough. So the time is 22:37 plus 5. You should be back. Okay, I'll see you in 5.